Welcome back to the channel. In this video, Alana and I headed to the Sequoia National Park, and as you can see, we made our entrance near the first light along the General's Highway in an effort to make the most out of the day. This proved to be a great call as we only shared the amazing road into the park with the plentiful wildlife.
Our first destination was the General Sherman Tree and Congress Trail to walk among the sequoias.
Morning.
I must say, we were not prepared for the impact the giant trees would have on us. We are often reminded of how small we are as we look up at the night sky, but here we recognized we were also small in the scale of time. As much as we've tried, the video and photos simply cannot do them justice.
It was hard to notice with all our focus on the trees, but we also saw several deer, a snow plant, and even a black bear while walking along this short loop. We ended up with 3.4 miles and just over 500 feet of elevation gain, most of which is at the end of the trail as you hike your way back up to the parking lot.
Something we didn't understand or realize prior to our visit is fires are a natural and necessary part of the sequoia's path to greatness. It is only after a fire where new seedlings take hold in the rich, ashy soil. After Congress Trail, we headed over to the Moro Rock and Tunnel Log area. This road is limited to shuttle traffic during the summer months, but our visit was just before this limitation began. After making a loop through the tunnel log, we decided to hike up to the top of Moro Rock.
Moro Rock is just over a half-mile round trip. The 400 plus steps help you gain just under 300 feet and half of that distance. with 360 vista views at just over 6,700 feet as a reward at the top. As we walked back down the rock, we set our attention to finding a campsite for the evening. Initially, we headed out Mineral King Road towards Cold Spring Campground. However, when we got a blip of data, we realized this once first come, first serve campground was now in the reservation system with none remaining available. So we worked our way back up the mountain and into the Sequoia National Forest, where we found an amazing site with complete privacy.
Often not discussed among boondockers and wild campers, we've found these popular locations fill up early. By mid-afternoon, you really need to be headed toward a site. While we love the remoteness we find, it is an advantage to have a formal campground or reservation where you can stay out much later without a concern for missing out on a place to sleep.
After an amazing night's sleep, we were up and at 'em early again to head to Tokopah Valley Trail and Tokopah Falls. The trail follows along the Marble Fork Kauai River, where the rushing water offers lots of distraction along the way. So much distraction, in fact, that we ended up at the falls much later than anticipated. But we aren't complaining about that.
The trail ends at a fairly easy rock scramble as you near the falls. After a little rest, we headed back to the truck where we wrapped up with a total distance of 4.5 miles and 640 feet of elevation gain. Next, a lovely lunch stop at a picnic area that was along the same water we'd hiked all along all morning.
After lunch, we decided to hike to Tharp Cabin and around Crescent Meadow. Alana's back was a little tired after the morning hike, so I packed my bag with both her and my gear before heading out. A fair trade for more exploring, in my opinion.
Get some, get it, 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 get it.
Beyond the squirrels, we saw lots of animals along this trail, like a pocket gopher, A brown-colored black bear, and even a rattlesnake crossed our path along this amazing little hike. Unfortunately, I had some camera issues with the video of that bear, but the images came out well and can be seen at the end of this video. Keep in mind, all were shot with my 24 to 120 millimeter lens.
Our halfway point was the cabin Hale Tharp built in 1861 in a fallen tree, making him the first non-Native American to live in the giant forest. He grazed cattle in these meadows in summer and near Horse Creek in the foothills in the winter. Our loop here was 2.6 miles with right at 325 feet of elevation gain. Once complete, it was time to head to our campsite at Hume Lake Campground. Although given the choice, I think we would have chosen wild camping again, as we were pretty dissatisfied with this campground.
Well, it's been an action-packed day.
It has. It's actually been an action-packed couple of days. We
Yes.
have both hit over 25,000 steps, and most of those aren't like just walking and strolling. A lot of that's hiking on trails with some vertical difference. So
Yes.
we're a little bit tuckered. Today was our last full day in Sequoia National Park.
Yep.
Tomorrow we move into Kings Canyon.
Yep.
Here we go.